Hey guys, it is summer and we do homeschool year round. We take big block chunks of time off during the year, but we do also continue teaching in the summer. We just teach a lot differently in the summer. So I want to go over what our summer schedule looks like and how it differs from our regular schedule. So the biggest difference between our schooling in the regular school year and schooling in the summer is that summer is really focused on adventure. Almost everything we do has a focus on doing it in an adventurous way, whereas during the school year, it's almost the opposite of adventure. We do a lot of sitting and reading and not necessarily getting out and doing a ton of things. But in the summer, this is the goal, to make it all just one huge adventure. That doesn't mean we don't read anything. So actually the first thing we do is we have a family read all the time, all through the year. But in the summer, our focus is on adventure books. So here are some of the books that we are considering. I'm making this video before summer, so I don't know exactly which one we're going to read right now. But I do know that Brandon Mull has put out his third book in the Candy Shop War, and the first two books we have absolutely loved. So we may read the entire series 1, 2, and 3 of the Candy Shop War as our adventure series in the summer. We may also do 5 Kingdoms, which is also a Brandon Mull history. Not a history, no. It's a Brandon Mull story. Candy Shop War is for little kids. 5 Kingdoms is kind of like the next step up, and then he has the Beyonders, which I would say is the step after that. And so my kids are not really ready for the Beyonders, but I think they are excited enough to understand the 5 Kingdoms level. So we may read that as our series as well. And the other 2 series that I'm considering right now is Love and Thumps. I've read, I think, one of these books. My kids love it. I don't know if I will love it. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll do that one. I really want to do Candy Shop War, so I think we're probably going to go that way. And the other one is The 13th Reality. Again, I've read 1, maybe 2 of these books, and they are interesting, but maybe not a really great fit for my very little kids. But I'm always surprised, man. Their ability to take on adventure starts at a very young age. So they may be just fine with these books. So, and as many as we can get through, that's what we're going to do. We just read for an hour every single day. And I know right now we're reading The Hobbit. It's April when I'm filming this, but we are reading The Hobbit, which is kind of an adventure story. And we're just kind of prepping to get into the adventure of summer. We also try to do adventures in the summer, and some of that is like family vacations. You know, going to the beach would be considered an adventure, but we also want to go do field trips that are kind of adventurous, like the Tree Runners, getting up and doing a big adventure and ropes courses and fun things like that. We also have a campground around here that has kayaking, and you can throw hatchets, and you can do just a lot of physical hands-on activities, and we'll probably be doing that in the summer as well as part of our adventure. And every summer we do stuff like that, so that we want to get out and we want to do the big activity, the big adventure type stuff. And as far as doing things in our house that's still considered kind of adventurous, we do a science project, which is setting up some sort of, maybe the vortex, we can set up the vortex, or we can create the wave machine, something like that, that they build, and then they understand the scientific stuff that has to do with it. But mostly it's being very engaged in doing the science hands-on, and that's a summer thing. When it comes to the rest of the year, I don't do a ton of hands-on stuff with science. It makes me tired and I don't really want to do it, but we do kind of do a lot of it in the summer, so I don't feel really bad about it. I feel like they get lots of science experiments during the summer. We do the Mentos and the Pop thing. We do a lot of things that are big and messy and I don't want to deal with during the school year. That's going to land in the summer, and that's much more of our adventurous attitude when it comes to education, and that's all the stuff that we fit in the summer months. And then we do just a tiny bit of reading and math, not because I'm trying to accomplish anything, but because you can actually backslide if you don't read a little bit. And the kids are going to read on their own. They just love reading, so I'm not really worried about the reading. The math, they may or may not do on their own, so we'll have to make sure that we do 10 or 15 minutes of math every day just to keep it fresh and to keep it moving a little bit. But we'll still take breaks on that. There's still going to be a month or so where we take it off entirely, because the brain works best when there are breaks. And I just need breaks. I need time where I'm not trying to teach any new concept and we can just move around. But I will say, if I go too long with the break, my kids are bored, and that's almost as much work as just doing school with them. So got to find that middle ground where we're having an appropriate level of time off and also time on. But that's basically what we do for our summer schooling. It's very focused on the adventure. It's very focused on the fun. It's very focused on the physical activity. And I hope that helps in whatever you're choosing to do for your summer school. Maybe you take summer off. That is awesome. But if you do summer school and you want to know maybe some ideas of what you can do without going crazy, that's what we're going to do. And you are doing really important stuff. You know, being a mom, being a dad really, really matters, and you're doing a much better job than you think you are. Keep it up, and I'll see you on the next one.